I didn't even write bullet points of what I wanted to say because honestly, I was expecting a show that was going to be a little bit fanficky and smutty, kind of like Red, White, and Royal Blue. I wasn't expecting to be heartbroken by the end. I mean, I was expecting a twist, but not that. I wasn't expecting that. Jesus. Hi, hello, my name is Joe. Welcome or welcome back to the channel of Delusional Theories. Today, there's only one delusional theory. And maybe it's not a theory. I mean, there's no way this is not canon. I didn't read the book. I'm not in the fandom for these book/TV show for this story. I mean, I think there are a couple more books, right? Whatever. I'm so much out of the conversation that I thought, guys, fans of We Were Liars, please forgive me, but I thought that this was going to be that. Do you guys remember that story where there are two moms and two sons and they go on vacation together, and then the sons, like one son falls in love with this mother and then this son with this mother? Do you remember? This is what I thought this was. And then I was watching it and I was like, oh my God, this is actually good. I mean, I'm enjoying this. Oh my God. And then I got to the end and I was crying my eyes out and I was like, what? I thought this was going to be a smutty story about sons getting with their mother's friends. And here I am at 3 a.m. in the morning crying to my pillow. Thank you, We Were Liars. Thank you very much. If you didn't catch by the way that I'm talking about this TV show, I enjoyed it very much. I thought it was a good TV show, and God damn it, TV really is winning these days, isn't it? But I'm so kind of in shock of how much I like this TV show that I didn't even write fucking bullet points for what I wanted to say, for what I wanted to say. So you're just going to get this raw and unprepared. Like I was when I suffered that plot twist. And I mean, I saw something coming, okay? I saw something coming because there was the thing with Gat at the cafe slash, the goddamn house where they were. And I knew there was something, but I thought it was going to be something like she's still in the hospital. The people that he's seeing are just visitors or something like that. I wasn't even to the point where I was watching them in the goddamn house, where I was watching the goddamn smoke, to the point where I saw Johnny run out into the smoke, to the point where I saw Mirren throwing out the painting and running to the smoke. I was thinking that they were still alive, even when they were running into the smoke. It was only when goddamn Gad said that he stayed inside for too long that I was like, oh my God, they are dead. I need to calm down. Okay, so sorry. I'm not inside of this fandom. I don't feel this much for this TV show, but I do. Okay? I just watched it a couple days ago and it's still in my bones. To this point, it's still in my bones. But I've been ranting about the plot twist for 4 minutes. I feel like that's enough. Moving on. I need to talk about this. I need to talk about whether or not the show is goddamn supernatural, because when we first found out that they were dead and these were hallucinations, I was thinking, oh, okay, she's hallucinating. She's hallucinating them because it's part of her brain injury or like trauma or whatever the hell it is. She's hallucinating them. But then the mother, Carrie, is hallucinating Johnny as well. And then when we go to the goddamn art gallery, Mirren is there and her previous boo is hallucinating her as well. How can all these people have the same hallucination? These are ghosts. No? People who are into this fandom, please tell me. And even if you tell me they aren't, they are. To me, they are. And honestly, I have no idea how this happened, guys. I have no idea how this happened. But I would so watch this. I would so watch a show. I don't think they're gonna have more seasons, but if they did have more seasons, I would so watch a show of a bunch of ghosts. Like, of these kids being ghosts here in like the world and just following their people around, their family around. And the idea behind it being that they can't leave, they can't run to the light before everyone that they love on the planet Earth is like well and at peace and like happy with their lives. I would so watch this. I would so take this season as an origin story for a ghost story, and I wouldn't even watch it ironically. I would watch it so seriously, and I would be so emotional the whole time, because I don't know how in the world anyone can expect Katie to be okay. I don't know how they even filmed that last scene where she finds out that they are dead. Like, I'm tearing up right now. God damn it. I don't know how they filmed that last scene where she finds out they are dead and she just runs to the boat and sails to the sunset. Where does she have the will to live? Because after these relationships that were so important to her are gone, not just gone in that way where she was the only one who survived, how do you move on? How do you live your life after that? How? So I would so watch a TV show where all the ghosts of these kids are still there, still the same age they were. I want to cry. I want to click off. I want to turn off my video and cry. No, but I have no idea how this, and I don't think she has. I don't think the writer has written a good enough story to convince me that Katie is okay to live her life now. There's no way. The way that they portray these relationships, they went through so much. They had so much like conflict with one another, and it was like relevant conflict. It was not just, rich kids. I mean, it was rich kid stuff. I will get to it. But they had so much shit going on in their lives. They went through so much, and she's supposed to live without them? How? Like, when she found I'm on my period, that sounds so fucking emotional. When she found the necklace that God left her like the previous year for her birthday, I don't know how she didn't dissolve into tears right then and there. That was so sad to me. But anyway, about the rich kid stuff, I'm not gonna lie. There were many points during this TV show where I was thinking, oh my God, I don't care. I don't care about your rich kid problems. I don't care. Every time I saw those mothers running around, like after their father for his money, the whole time I was like, oh my God, I don't care. I don't care if these rich people lose their money. And then like watching the TV show made me realize that they weren't really running around for the money. It's just that they have been manipulated and conditioned into believing that they have to do whatever he says in his little, power manipulation games, that he has been like treating them like shit this whole time, making them compete against each other. Like, this competition between the sisters didn't start from the sisters, it started from the goddamn father. Most hateful character of the entire freaking show is that grandfather. I hated him from second one to the last second. I hated him the whole time. I don't care how sick he is. I don't care how much he misses the kids. I hated him. And you know what? When he was saying to Katie that he misses them at the randomest times, he had a ball on his hand. I bet you he wasn't talking about the kids. I bet you he was talking about the goddamn dogs. I bet you. I hated him so goddamn much. And like, in the end, he wasn't inviting Ed for the photo because he wanted Ed there. He was inviting him for the photo because he knew he was responsible. Because if he hadn't created all of these goddamn power games and manipulation and bullshit in his family, the kids would have never felt trapped enough to do something like that. And I think as a person, even if you are like an asshole like he was, as a person, you kind of have to realize what kind of shit you have done to your family, that in the one time that you are away from the house because you are in the hospital, they burn it down. In the one time that you were away because you were like almost dead, they burned it down. You have to kind of realize what kind of shitty person you are after that. And honestly, even then, he was trying to manipulate Katie into being in the family, or you either stay and you inherit all my shit, or I'm going to tell everyone that you killed them. who the hell does that? Who the hell does that? And then as Katie's running off, the three sisters still stay there hand in hand. And I'm like, have a brain. Have a brain. Like, escape from that. Can't you see that if even a kid can, like, I understand needing money. But to that extent, to the extent that the person who gives you money, like, put you and your kids to such a strain, to such stressful shit that the kids burned the house down and 3 of them died and you still stay next to that goddamn man. I know, okay? I know they all think it was the gas leak or whatever the fuck it was. No way in hell those 3 women don't know what really happened or even suspect it. I mean, did you all see the ending of the season? Of the season, where they were like, oh, this is payment for what we did. Basically implying that they killed their younger sister like years ago, the Rosemary. I mean, Jesus. But yeah, so far, really heartbreaking plot twist that I wasn't expecting. I didn't care about the rich kid bullshit. It annoyed me a lot. Hated the grandfather. This entire family was messed up and I hope Katie escapes. But you know what? More than escaping, I do. I hope she dies. I'm sorry. I was hoping when they jumped, it's the thumbnail of this video, okay? When they jumped into the water, where they are all in white because they are angels in the sky and she's in blue because she's alive, I was so hoping she would drown. I was hoping she would drown because I don't know how you live a life. I don't know how you live a life after that. And I know that there's going to be people in the comments be like, oh, it's the same thing as losing childhood friends. It's not. Mm-mm. If I want to see my childhood friends, I just have to drive to the town's pharmacy and she's right there. Like, it's not the same thing. And I want her to die. Like, I don't want her to live. And I know what it is, okay? I know that she has to live because she has to break the cycle of manipulation in this family, the cycle of power, of abuse, whatever the hell it is. I know she has to survive because she has to break the cycle. So this is my proposition for the next 2 seasons, okay? This is my proposition. It's a supernatural TV show. I don't even know if the supernatural elements are canon in the fandom. I hope they are, but I don't even know. But this is my proposition for the next 2 seasons. It's a supernatural show where these 3 kids are ghosts and they're helping their family members, I don't know, get peace on Earth or happiness or whatever. We see shit develop. Eventually they all become okay. I think the Carrie becomes sober. The other one, played by Caroline Forbes, Candice. The one played by Candice, leaves her husband and leaves that goddamn house and goes look for the desert flowers. And the middle child, I don't know what she wanted. What did she want? I don't even remember. The taxi boat guy meets someone else and finds happiness with someone else. And Katie mainly is what is important. The grandfather dies. Brutally. He goes to that cult in Midsummer and dies there. Yeah. And Katie, she uses the fortune of his grandfather because he donates everything to her or something like that. She uses the fortune to donate it to all the right places. She saves the world, okay? The white rich girl saves the world. No, she does whatever she can to break this stupid idea of possessions and power and whatever. And she distributes or redistributes all the wealth in her family and, gives a chance to the rest of the people in the family to actually be decent fucking human beings. And when she finally manages to do her mission on Earth, which is to disperse this wealth and to fix the shit in her family and whatever, she finally walks peacefully into death or something. Like she would be not too, even like, I think it would be cool if she was like really old and she dies naturally happy after having, lived a whole life dedicated to doing everything that her family could have done and didn't, like with their power and wealth. And then when she goes into the light, she's again 17, 16, and she goes hand by hand with her, cousins and her bull cat, and the way that they go into the light is by jumping into the water. I love this story. I don't know how I fell so hard for it. I was expecting this to be fanfic and smut. And then my heart broke, and now I love this story, and I don't know how to deal with it. Anyway, this is what I want for the story. I want her to die. I mean, I would want her to die now, honestly. Honestly, I would want her to die now, but I would be okay with it being a ghost story. Okay? A ghost story where the 3 kids are ghosts. How did I get so into this story? Book people, clarify me. What hooks you? Because I need to know what hooked me. You know what hooked me? It was the mystery. The goddamn mystery was so goddamn good. And you knew there was going to be a plot twist. We knew from the beginning. From the beginning, we knew there was going to be a plot twist. I never thought it was this. Because the mystery in itself, like what really happened in itself, wasn't that great. Like, the more information we got over the season, the more it started to feel like this revelation of how she got in the water wouldn't be anything extraordinary. Because in the beginning, I thought it was going to be something like a big party and she had been taken advantage by a bunch of boys, and that's like she jumped into safety and that's how she ended up in the water and whatever. Like, I was building all of these big scenarios, and then the way she ended up in the water wasn't even that relevant. It was what happened inside the house. And that was smart. That was smart, because we spent the whole season we spent trying to figure out how this girl got in the goddamn water. The whole time, which we're trying to figure that out. The whole time. And when it comes, it's like, I didn't think I was going to get this. I thought I was going to get some traumatic thing that happened to her. I didn't think I was going to get the death of 3 people. And it was just well done. The mystery was well done. The performances were good. The only person that kind of took me out of the show was actually the main actress. I don't know why that happened, because I actually liked her a lot in Gossip Girl. Like, in the middle of that shit show, she was pretty good. And in here, I don't know why. I think maybe she isn't as good playing like an innocent person, because Katie is supposed to be like incredibly like innocent, sweet. Because it was the scenes where Katie was being meaner that I believed her the most. This is maybe a little bit mean of me to say, but like, I honestly thought that the standout performances were really the supporting cast. Like, not just the supporting cast, but everyone apart from her. This is so mean. Like, I enjoyed it. I thought she was very believable as Katie. I mean, I felt it profoundly, but I don't know, something about it took me out sometimes. I think it were like the reactions. There were certain reactions, because like when people are filming a TV show and they have to have like specific like shots focused on the face reacting to shit, like The Handmaid's Tale. When we have those close-ups of Elizabeth Moss, and she's like blinking and doing a lot of stuff to react to stuff. After a while, it gets really annoying. Like, we see so many of those close-up shots and she was always doing the same facial expressions. It gets a little annoying that we have to always see that. And I felt that a little bit here as well. We would have like close-up shots of her face reacting to something, and it would be just all these crazy weird micro expressions with her lips and eyes and whatever. And it was a bit weird, to be honest, because the other characters didn't do any of this. It felt like she was, sometimes when there were these close-ups, it felt like she was acting for like a CW show where they have to have these very like cringy but also immediately gives away the vibe of what the person is feeling kind of expressions. And I didn't see it in the other characters at all. They were just normal. So that took me out of the show a lot. But I mean, it must have been harder for her to do the performance of like the main character going through all of that. But yeah, like I really enjoyed everyone else. A standout to me were the moms. The moms were so goddamn good and so goddamn distinct within themselves. Like Carrie, the oldest one, even when she was mad, she was quiet. And she had that kind of reserve mystique where kind of maybe a little bit from her addiction that she's always trying to hide. That's what it felt like to watch her. It felt like she was always trying to hide herself, that she was always trying to just sneak into the corner and not be noticed by anyone so that no one would snap at her. And then the middle one, what's her name? Penny? She always looked like she was about to burst. And it was so good for the character because this character is meant to be the one who always has it together, who is always, has everything ready to go, who knows what to do in every situation. And she looked like she was about to burst the whole time. The whole time she had that expression where I can only take one more second of this. And then one more second passed and it was like, I can only take one more. And it just went on and on and on. And when she exploded a little bit at Katie, like I fucking felt it when Katie kept asking and asking and asking to be told the truth. And her mother just exploded and was like, I told you the truth. So many freaking times I told you the truth. And every time you have an episode and you forget and I am done causing you pain. That was so good. Like, because you feel it in her face the whole season that she's about to say it. She's about to explode. And then she does. And it just, ugh. And I mean, this is why when the other two sisters say that Penny was paired, like, was she? Was she really? And then the younger one, always trying to be perfect, trying to replace Rosemary. And you kind of see it as well. She's like constantly smiling, constantly like super happy and jovial and not childlike, but very youthful. And even the fact that she's like sleeping around with a member of the staff is very like young child rebelling kind of thing. I just think the moms did such a good job, and seeing Candice there was just so fun. Like when she appeared on my screen, I was like, oh my god, she's here, yay! It's kind of like that. But yeah, I can't believe I like this show so much. Do you know what annoyed me besides the like facial expressions sometimes of the main actress? Johnny's hair, like, Mirren was by the way, Mirren is my favorite character, okay? By far my favorite character. She was perfection through and through. I love her. Everything that she did was perfect. But Johnny's hair, it took me out of the show so much. There were entire scenes when I was just looking at his hair because it looked so unnatural. I need to search this because these people, by the way, are meant to be naturally blonde. It's kind of like this racist thing that the grandpa is going on. This is why he doesn't want Carrie to marry Ed because then she would have brown babies. And like none of those people were even naturally blonde. Let me search it. Okay, yeah, that was paint. Because this guy is kind of a little blonde, but like dirt blonde. It's like his roots are brown. That was paint and it was so bad. And it took me out of the show so much. I cannot tell you how many times I was looking at that hair and thinking, did you just bleach it to be a surfer? A surfer? Yeah, a surfer. A surfer in the hills of Portugal. But overall, I enjoyed it very much. Do I think that if I wasn't incredibly emotional right now, I would enjoy this as much as I have enjoyed it now? I don't know. I cannot answer impossible questions that no one even asks. Apart from me. But yeah, I just wanted to give you my little review, like emotional ranty review, because honestly, I really felt it. And I'm one of those people who is very much a lover, not a hater. And if things make me feel things, I would like them regardless of how bad it is. This is not me saying that the show is bad. The show is not bad. I enjoyed it very much, not just because it made me feel things, but because I actually think most of the performances were really good and the story is compelling as shit and actually well crafted. God damn it. I mean, maybe it's just me, but like, were you guys expecting that to be the plot twist from the beginning? Either the book or the show? Were you expecting it? Please let me know in the comments. I need to know if it's just me or not. But Yeah, I think just because it made me feel so much and it made me so heartbroken at the end and makes me think about it still, it's automatically a good show for me. And I will absolutely rewatch it. Like, I know for a fact that this is going to be like one of those summer shows, like The Summer I Turned Pretty. I'm always looking for like movie vibe shows for summer or autumn or winter or whatever. And I feel like there's really nothing that fits into that kind of stuff. But there is. It's just that I never remember to categorize them. And recent shows that I remembered is like this now, The Summer I Turned Pretty, Outer Banks, stuff like that, that is precisely for summer. I just enjoy knowing that they exist and are out there for whenever I need them for vibes. But anyway, I really enjoyed this TV show. I hope you did too. And let me know in the comments if you come from the book, if you came from the TV show, if you completely disagree and think it was shit. I want to know all your opinions. Please comment. And yeah, if you like the video, also leave me a like and subscribe. I'm doing more and more season-long reviews and binge reviews just because I enjoy binging TV shows. And if I review them, I feel like it's not a waste of my time. I mean, it's never a waste of my time, but, well, thank you for watching. I will see you eventually. Bye.